mean, I'm kind of interested in sharing whatever can be possibly something, to discuss. But I came to the forum with the concept of talking about, you know, playing with the word patient. And I'm realizing that the way that I think sometimes might not be as comical to people, and it might have, maybe, I guess, cause some kind of a negative effect. So, not that I'm going to change the way I do things on my network, but I am realizing a lot of times there's like confrontational questions based off of maybe people either not understanding what I'm saying or getting offensive or offended, by something that might be said. And, in a world full of, I guess, people are very emotional as well. I thought I was one of the few that was claiming it, but it's starting to look like there's a lot more that have, whether it's a defect or whatever, about being offended by everything or anything that's being said. So we have good conversation and dialogue, and I like to discuss things that, because to me, when I talk about patience, I think about maybe an animal in the jungle, something like that, a cheetah, who would love to just pounce on a situation, or a deer or something like that, but not always able to get there because it takes not only speed but precision when things can dart in and out and avoid you. So there's a certain amount of patience that has to be provided in a situation. But when I talk about patience, trust and believe that I'm focused on something. So in order to be patient, you got to have a focus. So if that focus, for example, is catching up with the ice cream truck, and you hear that bell coming, or you hear that sound, and you know it's around the block and it's coming. In order to be patient, you have to make sure that you have your money ready. I'm gonna get them tomorrow, or something like that. So now you got your money ready, you got everything going, so you can get there. So I just know a lot of times what I want to do, and I know a lot of places that I want to be, and a lot of things that I want to personally accomplish. And I do think everybody's probably is saying the same thing at the end of the day. It just might not come off my tongue the way, maybe people perhaps comprehend it. But if I can create a bridge, I guess, from this side to that side of people, then I would do such a thing. But that also comes from if there's going to be comments or anything that's shared, because I realize that a lot of people don't necessarily subscribe, and so I'm on this emotional thing. I'm up and down. Like I used to have 105 subscribers, now I'm down to 103. So something has changed, or at least two people were offended by something. I did a video not too long ago celebrating the concept of 100 subscribers, and now I'm backsliding, and it's almost like sometimes I just take it personal. Like, people will go out of their way sometimes to make sure that you don't get something, but they will not, and I don't blame them for taking any steps to try to make sure you get something. So that's the society we live in, and I understand why people wouldn't be gung-ho perhaps to be supportive of somebody else, because the quickest thing they're going to say to themselves inside of their mind and out of their mouth is, well, nobody supports me. And that's a legit argument that will hold up in court. The judge will bang the gavel, and that'll be it. So we live in a world full of people that are not supportive of each other. So with that being the reality, each person is going to have to figure out their own way to be that cheetah in order to capture whatever that is that they're chasing. So you have to be patient. And I'm very patient, and I'm very creative. So there's tons of things that I'm capable of doing that take up my time and that I'm focused on. And I got this statement that I say all the time, and I can explain it because I was asked this, but when I say something like, I wish it was as simple as banging teeth kissing, the only thing that I really mean is I wish life was that simple. Just to walk up to the ice cream truck and the guy just gives you 2 or 3 ice cream cones or whatever, or ice cream sandwiches. That'd be sweet. Oh, gee, thanks. No money exchange. Or if you go to the bank and they decide, I'm going to give you 2 or 3 bands with, $100 pieces in there. It's like, oh, wow, gee, thanks. That'd be just as simple as banging teeth kissing. That would be easy. So to me, the whole concept, that means that things are easy, would be easy. But since it's not like that, things not cut that way, you have to figure out how to function inside of things that are difficult. When things are hard and when nobody's necessarily cheering for you. And the people that I actually am trying to develop into young men, my biggest thing now is self-motivation. How can you be self-motivated when nobody else is watching? Like today is a Saturday, and nobody's scheduled or structured for the most part to be doing any athletic sports. So what are you doing on this Saturday? You know, are you sleeping? Are you with a girlfriend? Are you eating ice cream or something like that? Or playing with the dog in the backyard? What are you doing on this Saturday? And I think that these are the differences between the kids that go from this level to the collegiate level, possibly to the professional ranks, is what you're doing when nobody is watching. So that's a self-motivational thing. And I'm totally self-motivated. So now you have to figure out how to transfer this into money and funds for yourself, and it requires patience. And it also requires a whole bunch of diligence and a whole lot of consistency and effectiveness and networking with people and vibing with people, bringing my passion and stuff with me, and being respectful to other people, their turf, and the things that they believe in, and having conversations with them. All of that stuff is fun to me, you know. So if there's anything that anybody wants to toss out there to add, I'm willing to go ahead and try to answer some stuff, because I'm big on progress. Where are we gonna go from here, man? Enough of this standing still and woe is me and crying about racism and I'm broke and nobody loves me. Man, you gotta find a way to get out of that, regardless of what anybody say to me. And I'm almost like one of them little kids when somebody said, I don't know, you gotta get out of it. I don't know what to tell you. Well, you're gonna become 30, 40, 50, 70, 90, and still crying about something that happened when you was 13 or 12. You have to figure out how to do it, and that starts with self-motivation. And if you are expecting other people to be supportive of you, I'm trying to shock you right now and tell you that's probably not going to happen. So you have to figure out on your own, as you nip and tuck. For anybody that had a grandparent or a parent or a mother or somebody who knitted a blanket, it takes time to do that. You can't just make a blanket in 2.2 seconds. It takes time, and you see her hands going like such. And I've always admired and seen my grandmother making this, but it takes, after a while, you start to see this long, like entourage or red carpet type of deal that it took a while to do. But that comes from patience and a focus. So that's all I'm talking about today, tomorrow, and forever. To be self-motivated, to be patient, and to be diligent on what you're doing. Look no further than a cheetah or any other hunter that's in the forest or in the jungle or something like that, that's seeking out a prey as a predator. You have to be vicious and ruthless sometimes to get what you desire. I'm not trying to cross up anybody or violate any person, but if you can, from a legal standpoint, is all I promote. Anything illegal, I'm not promoting that. So you're not going to hear that from me. I'm not a big fan of anything illegal. I'm not a fan of any racism or nothing like that. So don't even think about it or try to use me as an example or a spokesperson for it, because I'm not doing it. It's difficult, yeah. So for all the people that have made it going this route, I'm happy for you, your Mercedes-Benz or your Maybach or whatever it is you got. I'm happy for you. But I'm not riding with you if I can help it. And I'm not going down that road. So I have to do it this way. And so this is what I choose to do. I got this hat on, this GAW for the good always win. And it's a brand of things that I'm starting for myself. I got another logo that I've done. I got a previous video before this. If you have any patience at all to look back and see something that I've done, you can see that this is a hat that I designed. The back has the word, the good always win as well on there. I'm happy about this. I'm going to create bulk for it. I have had people already that are interested in buying the product, so I'm excited about that. So clothing designer wardrobes is in my future. I'm excited about seeing other people who have been trendsetters, Kanye West, and anybody else who have clothing lines, some of the big name brand stuff, Nike, Adidas, all of those types of people, and maybe do a shoes one day. I've been flirting with all of that, setting up all kind of things. I'm getting paid now for my network marketing, so I'm excited about that. So now residual income has shown its face, and so that's off of a year of productivity. But it's all a grind. It's a constant grind, and it's a consistency thing that you have to have. And you got to be a machine. I really don't know how else to say it. You have to work your behind off, and then you have to find another behind to put on and work that one off too. So if you think you can find your easy route, good luck. This world does not consist of just beauty because you look good, or you cute, or you got some nice perfume that you smell, or some cologne, or you got muscles on your arms. It's not going to be enough. So anyway, this particular one is about playing with patience, and this is a nice studio and environment to shoot this in. So if I will give a shout out. I don't know if that want to be, but it's going to be coming soon to promote this whole process, and hopefully everybody comes in and promotes it and do whatever they have to do to be supportive and beneficial for themselves. So the entrepreneur world, we on our move. Take care.
Almost 12 minutes.